what is Oracle 19c database? Okay. So 19c is the final, okay, long-term support release of the Oracle database 12c family. So the cloud family first database version was 12. It was Oracle 12c, which introduced multi-tenant architecture first. Okay. And so far, Oracle 19c is the final version, okay, which supports long-term license. Okay. Long-term support means this product is eligible for 5 years or 4 years premium support, and then 3 years extended support. So what Oracle does, whenever Oracle launch a new databases, okay, it gives the premium support to the customer for 5 years. So the customer who are using 19c database, they will get the premium support for 4 years or 5 years. Okay, in some cases they support for 5 years, and if customer wants to extend the support, suppose customer doesn't want to upgrade the database for some reason, if they don't want to upgrade the database to the next version, and they want to continue with 19c for couple of more years, so they can extend the support for 3 years as well. Okay. Now, why 19c is called the final version? Because prior to 19c and after 12c, an Oracle database version 18c was launched. Okay. 18c was launched for 1 year only. Okay. If you remember, 18c was launched as the autonomous database, the first database that will manage itself. And there were a lot of rumors that now there is no need of the database administrator. There is a new database from Oracle in the market, which is autonomous database. Okay. It was the 18c database. Okay. It was launched for 1 year only. Okay. So it was not long-term support database. Okay. So people directly use from 12c to 19c. Okay. Currently, I'm working on a project where I'm upgrading the databases from 12c to 19c. So 18c is not in use. Okay. You can download and install, and you can use it from the Oracle website. But again, it's not a long-term support, so you might not get support for any issues if you come across.
Why are there versions that doesn't, that the public doesn't really use? I mean, 21 just was released shortly, and then we have 23 now. So
23 now. Yes. So what?
23.
So what have Oracle people done? Okay, earlier they used to if I talk about 10G, so 10G was not introduced in 2010. So they streamlined their release with respect to the year. So 19C was introduced in 2019. Then they released another product which is Oracle 21. So more or less they are the same databases. They are from the same family, but since that product was launched in 21, that is called 21C. Okay. Otherwise, if Oracle supports 12C database now, there is no need to upgrade databases to 19C, because 12C supports most of the business requirements even now.
So should it be used 21 or 2023?
23 is still not stable. So ideally what people do, if you ask me which one should I use, so what I have experienced, 19C is the most stable database for now. 21 was introduced 2 years back. Still it is being developed. A lot of new features are being added by Oracle into this. So still it is taking some time. After a year or so, 21C will be in use. In the same way, the 23C will also follow the same path. So it is always advisable, or it is always recommended, wait for at least 1 year until the product gets stable. So if Oracle launched, if suppose in 2024 Oracle launches Oracle 24C, for example, you should at least wait for 25 to come to use 24C. right?
Okay, thank you. It's kind of weird for me, but I understand the logic.
Yes, I mean, they claim that the product is stable, everything is stable, but ideally it is not. We should wait for some time. The patches are stable. When they release patches in every quarter, you can deploy the patches immediately. You need not to wait for a quarter or more, but people usually wait. Okay. Let me tell you what happened. Back in 2017, they released a patch in December. Okay, we were the first customer to deploy the patch in our production system. Okay, the moment we deploy the patch, we had a 3 node rack cluster. So after deploying the patch, one node was not allowing other nodes to join the cluster. Okay. And after the hard work of 15 to 20 days with Oracle support team, we got to know that there is a bug in the patch. Okay. So what it did, it there was a feature, okay, cloud feature it was there, which was not allowing other nodes to join the cluster. So that's why, I mean, unless the product gets stable, we should wait. That is the recommendation.
Yeah, I kind of understand, yeah.
Thank you. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
now,
Actually, they keep on releasing a lot of patches, so better to wait, as you said.
yes, I mean, in fact, auditors, they also don't expect you to perform database fetching 4 times in a year. They are happy if you are applying the patches twice or thrice in a year. If you skip one patch, they're also happy. They understand. Now, what is there in 19C for us? Okay. So, Oracle 19C, it offers multi-tenant architecture. Okay. We are going to see in detail what is multi-tenant architecture. Okay. For now, there is one container databases, which is the central repository kind of central database, and all the pluggable databases associated with CDB. Okay, so for one application, you will have one pluggable database. For another application, you will have another pluggable database. So this way, you consolidate your databases into one container. So this way, for effective management of databases, multi-tenant architecture is used, and it is offered by Oracle Database 19C, which makes it 19C. Okay. With respect to performance, what it has to offer. Since you guys, especially Keshav, you have worked on the data, so you must understand. I mean, everybody, Daniela and you, everybody, they understand the importance of indexes. Okay. So when we talk about the database performance, we need to deal with the indexes. Okay. We need to identify if a table has indexes. Does it need rebuilding? Okay. So that kind of things are taken care by database itself. Okay. So it recreates the indexes automatically on a column. Then states gathering. Okay. Prior to 19C, we need to find out the time window, where we can gather the statistics of the database. This statistics of the database is used by database itself to execute a query. Okay. The more latest stats database have, performance of the query will be good. Okay, the better. The latest stats Oracle database have, the better will be the performance. So we need to gather the statistics of the database manually. Okay, for example, a table has 10,000 row now. Okay, and if we gather the states, so Oracle will have the states that this table has 10,000 rows. If we don't gather the states for a month, the Oracle database will still have, after a month, database will still have the information or states that this table still have 10,000 rows, but the data is being inserted by application in the table. And suppose the table has now 20,000 rows, but database will act that it has 10,000 rows. So this stats gathering is now done automatically by database itself. Okay. The moment the record is inserted, the stats is gathered. So we need not to wait for a time window. Okay, it is gathered automatically. Now from the memory, it removes the quarantine SQL statements. So for example, if an SQL statement is in the memory and it has not been used for a long time, okay, the time is decided by Oracle itself. So those such statements are called quarantine SQL statements. Okay, and that SQL statements are removed from the memory. This is done automatically by Oracle. So from 19C, these all things are done automatically by database itself. It doesn't need any manual effort. So this is what Oracle 19C is offering with respect to performance. Okay. Now if I talk about what Oracle 19C has with respect to high availability. So as you might have been hearing from the beginning of the session that high availability can be achieved by RAC, Real Application Cluster. So RAC support.
I have a question about the previous one. What do you mean by remove from the memory? Which memory do you mean?
Yes. So if you can hold on for this question for now, because we are going to cover in the next session, we will be covering Oracle architecture. There you will get to know what memory I'm talking about.
A2, okay.
Yes. So we will be covering. This is just to show you what features currently the Oracle 19C is offering. I mean, why should we use to 19C from 12C or from any other version? Because in the market, people or organizations are still using 11G, 10G. Okay, banks generally they are very strict with the version. Once they get performance with one database version, they don't move to the upgraded version or the latest version. Okay. So I'm just taking you through what Oracle 19C is offering. Okay. So you will get to know what memory segment or what memory I'm talking about when we'll discuss about the architecture. So now high availability. Okay. So high availability is achieved by RAC. Okay. So high availability means what? If something is broken, okay, if some part of the database is broken, okay, can the database still serve the application or business? How highly it is available? Okay. So with RAC, we can achieve it. I will tell you about the RAC as well. Okay. With Armin backup, okay, if we have lost everything, if we have backup available with us, we can restore the backup and can make the things and data available for the business. Okay. This is with respect to storage. Okay. If one of the many disks is failed, okay, if one of the disks is corrupted, how can we recover from that situation? So ASM provides us the redundancy. So with that, with the use of ASM, we can maintain the high availability. And something called flashback. What if uh, some human error, if a table is dropped, how quickly can we restore that table back? If we have flashback technology, if we are using it, we can quickly recover that table. Okay. And then active data guard, the standby data guard, the data guard that we have been talking about. Okay. What if primary site, okay, for some natural disaster, if entire site is inaccessible, so we have data guard configured on the other side. Okay, for example, if we have primary site in Austria and a standby site or data guard site in US, so if something has gone wrong, the primary site, we can quickly bring up the database, standby database in US. Okay, so these are the offerings that can help maintaining high availability. Okay, then there is something called DG sync. I'll tell you about this more when we will talk about the data guard setup. Okay, it will be too early to discuss this until we discuss active data guard. It will be too early. Then with respect to security, what 19C offers? So it offers encryption, it offers auditing. Okay, so unified auditing it is called, but basically it is standard auditing and fine-grained auditing.
I'm sorry, what is auditing?
Auditing means suppose you are a user, you are connected to the database using any application or SQL developer or Toad. Okay, from any client, if you are connected to the database and if you are executing some insert statement or uh, update statement, if you are using any SQL statement, okay, and now something goes wrong. If the data is compromised, okay, and somebody asks you, can I get to see what all users had logged into the database and what they did? So with auditing in place, we can get to know from what machine, which user, what time they logged in, what SQL statement they executed. Okay, so whoever is connecting to the database, whatever they are doing, everything is logged into the auditing. Okay, so standard and fine
Basically,
grained.
tracking log files, what the user did, like the activities of the users that
Yes,
have an open session.
open session.
Oh,
By default, yeah, by default, auditing is not enabled. Okay, it is a database administrator who configure the auditing, because if we go to audit each and everything that happens in the database, it generates hell lot of logs. Okay, it will not, I mean, we will not be able to manage the storage. So it is up to us what actions do we want to audit. Okay, and we can create policy for that. Yes, perfect. So this is what Oracle 19C has to offer. Okay, so with respect to architecture, multi-tenant architecture, with respect to performance, these are some features with respect to performance, high availability. Okay, these all features, and with respect to security. Okay, well, I mean, we can mention patches as well, but that comes along with all other databases as well. So this was all about the introduction of Oracle 19C databases.